Okay, we are ready. Welcome again to the webinar. My name is Eric Johnson, creator of Teamzy. I'm excited to be with you tonight. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to get started right to become a hashtag Power Hour boss. All right, so we're going to have some fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through just a very short presentation, and then we'll jump right into Teamzy. Tonight, I will show you how to set up your account. You may have done that, but I'll show you some tricks and tips you might have missed. I'll show you how to do a power hour. So how to actually connect with 20 people a day easily and without taking too much time, how to start conversations, make their day, ask questions, invite where appropriate to the business, how to follow up on those invites like a pro. I'll show you the whole process, taking somebody from a connect with a prospect all the way through to a recruit on your team. And then we'll do a live Q&A at the end. When you're done taking a sip of water from the fire hose of information I give you tonight, you can ask me any question you want. We'll do a Q&A. Sound good? All right, let's do it. Okay. So just a little background for those of you who haven't met me before. My name is Eric Johnson, creator of Teamzy. My background is in coaching and consulting. I've been helping people build their business for going on 15 years now. It's a passion of mine, help people build their business. I fell into network marketing by accident, probably like a lot of you. I was working with small business owners and entrepreneurs, and I actually found some products that really helped me. They changed my life, really. I got healthy, and it just kind of changed the trajectory of my life. And so I started sharing those products naturally. Just, I was excited about them. I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't a distributor. I was just excited about what was happening for me. Well, when I did finally see the business opportunity and how amazing an opportunity it is, our industry, I thought, wow, if I'm going to go for this, I need to figure out how to leverage my time. See, I only had about an hour a day to work on my business. Some of you guys can relate to that. It's probably all you have. And I knew as a business consultant, the first thing I would do if I was helping a client do this was find some tools to leverage your time so that you can be efficient with what you're doing and very intentional. So I started looking for something. I needed a system that would allow me in just 1 hour a day to stay in touch with all of my contacts, okay? Now, what I teach is relationship marketing, how to build a system that intentionally builds relationships to fuel your business. So I knew staying in touch with all of my contacts was paramount. I also wanted to know when to contact them and when not to. In other words, I needed a system to just say, Eric, these are the people I want you to contact today. I didn't want to have to spend a lot of time planning or thinking because I just didn't have that time. Also, I needed a way to know what I could say. If you're anything like me, I will stare at my screen all day and wonder what the perfect message is and then end up not doing anything. I needed a way to just, boom, quickly start conversations. And also, I wanted a system that would help me follow up seamlessly so that nobody would ever fall through the cracks. Okay, when I get to the part on follow-up today, it's probably going to blow some of your minds how much is actually falling through the cracks in your business right now. So we went looking. I wanted to find something that would help me with all this, and I started looking around. Now, what I found was not much. As you guys can imagine, that's why you're here with me tonight. I found a few things that were out there that were as clunky as other CRMs, complicated, really difficult for me to use. And none of them were based on building relationships. They were all kind of based on this go for no, find them, fleece them, forget them kind of philosophy. That's just not me. I needed something congruent with who I am as a person, and that was going to help me efficiently build my business. There was one more thing I needed though. It had to be really easy to use. See, I'm really not good with technology. People think that I'm the Teamzy guy and I'm good with technology. I'm good with building relationships. The tools are supposed to make my life easier. Does that make sense? So obviously we could not find anything like this out there. That's why Teamzy exists. That's why you're talking to me tonight. We built it, found some smart guys, much smarter than me, and we created it. Okay, so now you get to reap the benefits of that search. Here's just a little background on what's happened over the last 2 years with Teamzy. We've had more than 70,000 network marketers use Teamzy, which is amazing, humbling, just crazy to even think about. Also, we've got our average users right now not our average users, our active users are averaging 21 new customers and 9 recruits over 90 days. Okay, not bad. So when I say active users, I just want you all to know, I'm going to demo for you today the average number these people are doing to get these results as far as activity, okay? All right, so let's jump out and look at Teamzy right now. That was my good luck thing because I'm not getting the buttons I want. Come on, Zoom, give me those buttons back. Zoom. Where all those buttons go? All right, we'll just go to the old, good old fashioned menu, the old school way. Start share. Okay, here we go. Now I've got my buttons back. Yes. All right. You can see, I just proved my point that I am not that tech savvy. Okay. It's all good. If I can use this, you guys can use this. Trust me. All right. So you're looking at my Teamzy screen right now. Now, one thing I want you to know, you probably are already using Teamzy if you're here today. But I want you to know if you're just brand new checking us out, you can get a 30-day free trial of Teamzy at teamzy.com. No strings attached. We don't ask you for your credit card or anything like that. Just go in and use it. We want you to use it for 30 days and really build some momentum for free so you can fall in love with the product. That's all. Simple. It's a win-win, right? So if you have not already done that, go to teamzy.com and start your free trial. Okay. Tonight I'm going to demo from, we've got, I've lost count with how many versions of Teamzy we have customized for different networks. I think there's 70 plus right now. I'm going to be demonstrating what's called Teamzy Standard. It's kind of our generic version. It's for anyone can use it. So some of the terminology might be slightly different than what you're used to seeing on your dashboard. Just kind of bear with me, okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to set up this account. Now, if you've started your free trial, Teamzy will bring you immediately into the setup wizard. The setup wizard helps you set up Teamzy. It's designed for people like me who can't figure this stuff out on their own. So if you've dismissed that and want to get back to it at any point, you go right here to settings and you start the setup wizard. Okay. And then what we're going to do here, I'm going to skip this part. It's just me talking. You got me talking live, right? We're going to do 3 things in the setup wizard. We're going to set an income goal. Now, what's so cool about that is your income goal will tell Teamzy how much activity you need to do every day. Then we're going to help you create a powerful why. This is really important because most people quit this business. And this is the ingredient that keeps people there till they're successful. And then we're going to get your contacts into Teamzy. All of them, one place. You'll be super mega organized. No more pads of paper you can't find when you need them, sticky notes everywhere in your office, spreadsheets you never remember to update. Teamzy will have all your contacts organized for you, including your Facebook contacts. How cool is that? And it's in the web, so everywhere you go, you've got access to it. As long as your phone is nearby, you can get to your Teamzy. You don't have to go looking for those pads of paper. You'll be so organized. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we do is just put an income goal in. This is an annual income goal. How much income would you like to make in a year? Okay, and the key to this goal is it's 12 months in the future. So 12 months from now, what do you want your annual income to be? I put 150,000 in for my goal. Okay. So what's your number? Put it in there. Okay. Whatever it is, I'm going to click continue. So now Teamzy's telling me, okay, if you want to get to 150 grand in 12 months, Eric, you need to connect with 4,348 people. Okay. Cool. Is that a lot or a little? I mean, when I first started this, 4,348 seemed like a lot, but here's what I want you guys to understand. I'm going to go to the next page. It broken down on a daily basis, that's not that much. First, Teamzy breaks it into prospects, customers, and distributors. Then it breaks it down to the daily number. In this case, it's connect with 9 prospects a day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors. That's 19 people. I'm going to show you that connecting with 19 people in Teamzy is 15, 20 minutes of work. Okay? And every day it tells you who and gives you a system to follow that's super easy and quick to do. A couple things with these are a suggestion based on your goal. You can change these if you want. Let's say you're new and you've got no distributors on your team. You can make that a 0 and add that 4 over to your prospects number. Okay, and the same thing with your distributors. With your customers. If you don't have any yet, you can put everybody on prospects. Okay. All right, I'm going to put these back though. I added 1 to my prospects because I want it to be an even 20, just because. So there's 20. Okay. Now, these are connects. The goal is to connect with these people, just to say hello and make their day. I call it the make someone's day mindset. Okay, a connect goal is not a cold invite. It's not a please try my products. It's not a can we go to lunch and talk about the business. It is just a connect to make someone's day. Okay, now the next goal here, invites. My goal you can see is 3. An invite is when you're going to invite somebody to try a product, to come to an event, to learn about the business, to come to a business opportunity meeting, to get on a 3-way call. Those invites are specific invitations to the business that could result in a sale or a recruit. Okay, so far in my daily goals based on my income goal, I'm going to start 20 conversations, some of them with current customers, some of them with my distributors. And out of those 20 conversations, I will generate 3 interested people who I can invite to my business each day. Okay. Now, if that number seems low, I just want you to understand by Friday, I've got 15 people in my pipeline who are interested. How cool is that? Okay. And then the other goal here is ads, daily ads. This is just new people you're putting in Teamzy. Okay. Whether there's people you already know or people you're meeting, you always want to be adding new people to your list. All right. So once those numbers are the way you want them, you click continue. And now it sets up your Teamzy dashboard to your specific goals. It's customized to your goals. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute. The next step here is finding your why. Okay, finding your why. Now, this is a piece that a lot of people skip this. I know you've heard people tell you got to know your why, you got to figure out your vision, all that. It's really important, it's crucial. And I always like to teach about this, even in these webinars. I know that I don't need to teach this for you to use Teamzy. But it's important to me that you be successful. 1 out of 2 people in this industry will quit the business in their first year. That's too many. That's too many. The reason why people quit is you just have to understand this, guys. We're hardwired as quitters. All of us are. We quit when things are hard. We're like water. We take the path of least resistance. There are exceptions, though. There are exceptions when we stand our ground and we are able to persist until success. And that happens when we have a reason. If we don't have a strong reason, we won't do it. I mean, I'm going to share my story in a second, but I got in this business to make a little bit of extra money each month. That's not a strong enough reason to be successful, is it? Because extra is something you can take or leave. So just go through this process. Now, I'm going to show you how easy it is to find your why. It's really not a difficult process. I always joke that, you don't have to go to a sweat lodge in Sedona to figure this out. You have to do a little bit of thinking, just a little bit. The truth is you already know your why. It's right here in your heart. And you just need a process to bring it out in front of your head so that you can reprogram your brain with it. Okay. And what we've done is my partners and I, we've been to all the trainings. We've read all the books. We've got this distilled down to 5 questions just to get your mind thinking about this. Okay. And let me take you through the process really quick. Oh, the button's disappeared again. We'll just have to go over here. Here we go. I updated my system today, so it takes me a while to figure it out. Here we go, why power. First question, why did you become a distributor? So you're gonna go through these questions and just answer them for yourselves. Again, it's just to get your mind going, okay? The first question, why did you become a distributor? In my case, I did it because people were asking me about it. I was already sharing the product excitedly, and I figured I should get paid for it. Big deal, right? Might as well pay me for what I'm doing already. Next question, what do you hope to accomplish? I wanted to make $500 a month extra. That's it. I just wanted some extra money. I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. I didn't have a lofty goal. I wasn't in it to change the industry like I am now. I just wanted to make some money. Number 3, why is it important to you? Why is it important to you? So in my case, I wanted to make that extra money so that I could just save it. I wanted to put it in the bank and save it. Okay. Now, going through these questions, at first I didn't understand why that was such a deep need. But just to give you guys some background, I told you I come from the coaching industry. We focused on coaching real estate professionals, which was a great choice because that business was always growing until the Great Recession happened and it tanked, right? Remember that? I know some of you guys remember that. So just like half the country, I was out of work and trying to figure out what our options were. And by God's good grace, we made it through that recession intact by our fingernails, but we made it through it. But we used our savings up and we stopped saving. We became a paycheck to paycheck family. And so when I looked at the network marketing opportunity, it had been now years since I had saved a penny. And I thought, wow, This would be so cool if I could make some extra money in an hour a day and then put it in the bank. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, next. What would achieving this mean for you and your family? What would achieving this mean for you and your family? In my case, I dreamt of buying a new home for my family. I just wanted us in a new house. We were so crowded. We were in this tiny house. We had no space. And my wife and I, we were blessed with lots of kids. And we just kept filling up those rooms with extra bodies. So I dreamt of a new home. I wanted to come home, leave my corporate job and be at home building my business. There was no place to do it. And so I thought, wow, if I could save that $500 a month for enough time, maybe, just maybe, we could buy a new home for our family. So do you see how this process in just a couple of minutes took me from, I guess I'll sign up, to, wow, maybe we could buy a new house with this, right? I'm starting to get excited. The next question hits me. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? These are the questions I hate, by the way, because they actually make me stretch and grow, right? But that's what we need. Why is that meaningful? How does this make you feel? And so when I was looking at this question, I just want you all to know that I wasn't really sure. Well, I'm out of focus. Come on, camera, pick me up. I wasn't really sure how meaningful a goal that was. There we go. Now I'm back in focus. Buying a home, it's a thing, right? It was materialistic, I thought maybe. But here's what I thought. As I really gave this a little bit of thought, I realized something. It's not the new home that was really bothering me. It's that the home was symbolic of family, and my family life was not what I wanted. See, I just wasn't present for my family. I was doing what I felt was my duty, which was to provide for them. But I wanted to do more. I wanted to be part of their lives. See, I would get up in the morning and kiss my kids goodbye to go to work. They'd still be in their pajamas. And when I got home in the evening, they were already in pajamas getting ready for bed. I missed their entire day, every day. And I remember my son Cruz, who was 5 at the time, he was not calling me daddy. He was getting my name wrong every time. He was calling me mom or grandma or by his teacher's name. And I realized it's because I'm not around him like those other people are. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be here for my kids. I wanted to be here for my wife. I wanted to be able to provide for my family, yet be part of my family. And so I realized the home was kind of a symbolic fixation on that need. Does this make sense? And so I went through this process of looking at my life, realizing what was really bothering me deep down that I was suppressing. And I looked at my career, which I was very proud of, by the way. I loved my career. I was respected. I had status. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yet I looked at my career and I realized even though I was at the top of my game, I was never going to be able to move. We were upside down on our mortgage. I was never going to be able to move to a new home with my family at my current job. I was never going to be able to be with them because I was always going to be working. And then I looked over at my side hustle, this little network marketing thing that was going to get me $500 a month, and said, wait a second, there's no limit on what I can do with that. That's actually the vehicle I should be putting my efforts into. And so I made a mental switch that day. Instead of thinking of my network marketing business as my side hustle, I started thinking of my job as my side hustle. And I said, wow, how blessed am I to have a 6-figure salary to pay me to build my network marketing business. Some of you guys who have jobs need to flip the switch and think of your job as the extra money and work towards building your business as your primary income. Does it make sense? Now, going through that process for me, I wrote my very first why statement. I'm going to share it with you as the example. Okay. So let me just grab the screen share here. Here it is. Seriously, here it is. My why. I wrote this, by the way, just 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, just 3 years ago, I was going through this process to create a life where I never have to worry about money again. I enjoy quality time with my family. I'm present for my children on a daily basis. I'm healthy and full of energy. I wrote this statement down. Now, what's cool about this is whatever you write in the very last box where it says my why and click continue, it will now print that on this dashboard of Teamzy. Every single day when you do your power hour, you read that to yourself. It will help start changing your thinking. Now, here's the thing about it. It's also convicting, because there's going to be plenty of days where you don't feel like doing your power hour. You don't feel like doing your income producing activities. And you may have legitimate, real reasons, or you may just be bored today. I don't know what. Whatever your reason is, the why will keep you focused and it will keep you going. See, if you don't have this, you'll be one of those statistics, 1 out of 2 people who quit their first year. Maybe you won't quit your first year. Maybe it'll be your second or third year. But without a why, you will not persist. You'll quit. Okay. Now, for me, a bunch of things happened. The second I wrote that down, I realized, oh my gosh, I can do this. I know exactly what I need to do. And within 3 months, I left my corporate job. And I told you already that I had no space to work, right? In my home. That we weren't, we're here, I'm in the dream home now. 3 years, we realized that goal. But I didn't have a place to work and I didn't have very much money. So some of you know this story. I went to Home Depot and I bought a shed. You know the sheds that you put your lawnmowers in? Some of you, how many of you guys have one of those sheds? You have a lawnmower or something like that in it now. I bought one of those sheds and had it dropped in my backyard on the dirt, okay? I ran an extension cord out to it, drilled a hole in the wall, put the extension cord through it, threw a computer in it, and I started building my business in the lawnmower shed in my backyard. I have a picture of it. I just want to share this with you guys right now. This happened because I wrote down my why. Wait, where's the picture? Am I sharing it with you right now? Hold on. I think I grabbed the right one. There it is. You guys see that? Okay. Here's a picture of my partner, Mike Lopez, and I in my shoffice, also known as Teamzy Shed Quarters. I know it's cheesy. Hey, look, it was about making it happen. You can see in this actual shot on the whiteboard, I'm brainstorming an idea for a thing called Teamzy. Because as soon as I started building my business, I realized I needed a tool to help me do it, and it wasn't there, so we started building it. Kind of cool. So the why is so important. I know that you didn't come here tonight to learn how to do your why, but hopefully I helped you. You need to do your why. And I always teach leaders, hey, if you've got new people who are unwilling to create a why statement, they're not really going to be runners or builders in this business, at least not right away. Okay. Next, let's get back in there. The last thing you're going to do in setup is you are going to get your contacts into Teamzy. Okay, so there's some videos here on the next page to help you load up some contacts. It's pretty easy. It's as easy as can be. You can get all your Facebook contacts in, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so just a couple of words words of advice for you. If you already built a team of some size, the first list that you want to import into Teamzy is your actual team of distributors. Okay. And I recommend your first level people and maybe your emerging leaders down the line, okay? The next list you'll bring in if you've already built a business is your customer list, okay? You're gonna bring those into Teamzy so they're here in one place. Now, if you're new and you don't have either one of those, then you can go right to bringing your Facebook list in and any contact lists you may have elsewhere. Get them all into Teamzy, okay? There's a few videos here, but I want you to know, I'm gonna skip this wizard. You can come back to the wizard anytime. If you go to the help center in Teams, you see it on the left side right there, you'll find FAQs, videos, everything that you need for help to get these in if you're not tech savvy like me, okay? Again, we've made it as easy as possible, but some of you will still need help. I probably would. And then there's also this little help button right here that sends a message to my team and they'll get right back to you, okay? If you need help beyond that. Okay. So now we've got all of our contacts in. We've got one more step for setup and we're ready to crush our power hour together. So the last step is we've got all these contacts in. I'm going to go to the team page where everybody lives, okay? Team page. We call the CRM in Teamzy, we call it the team page because in relationship marketing, everyone's your team. Your distributors are your team, your customers are your team, and your prospects are your team. Why are your prospects your team? Because when you're doing this right, building relationships, you're creating advocates, okay? You're creating advocates. An advocate is somebody who, when they come across anybody with the need that you serve, with the problem that you solve, whether it's skincare, nutrition, fitness, I don't care. I don't care if you're selling clothes. They think of you and they tell people about you. Those are your advocates. That's why they're your team. As you build relationships with people, whether or not they buy, whether or not they join your team, they will become your advocates as you build trust and build relationships. Make sense? Okay, so the team page, everyone lives here. This is like your CRM. If you don't know what that is, it's like your electronic Rolodex. The whole list is here, everybody we've imported, okay? You can sort them, you can look them up. You know, there's a lookup bar here. But what you're gonna do right now is you're gonna rank them, okay? And so if you've done a bulk import, it'll do this automatically for you to bring you to this page. I'm gonna turn it on right here in this menu rank mode. This lets you go down your list and give people a rating, 5 stars to 1 star. Okay, just like you're used to doing for everything else. 5 stars obviously is awesome, 1 star is not that great. And this is an important step because in relationship marketing, 80% of your business will come from 20% of your relationships, okay? Now, I want you to be in touch with everybody. However, you will spend more time connecting with your best people. Make sense? And you'll stay in touch with everybody, but you'll connect more often with your best people. So the higher the star rating, the more often you connect, okay? So a 5-star person is going to show up every 30 days on your up next list just to connect. Those are your best relationships, your hottest prospects, okay? 4-star people show up every 60 days. Those are your solid people on your team, your customers you feel good about, friends that you have a good relationship with, or prospects that you feel like with a little bit of nurturing will probably sign up. Okay, 3-star people, everyone starts as a 3-star, they default there because they could go either way. 3-star could go either way. They show up on your dashboard every 90 days. Okay, every 90 days. Most of your relationships will be 3 stars and that's fine. Okay, what you're gonna wanna do when you first come in here, everyone will be a 3-star. You're gonna wanna go down your list and look for the 4 and 5-star people. Make sure you pick those people out so they show up first, okay? Now going down to 2 stars, they're getting colder, they show up in 120 days. Make sense? So every time somebody comes up and you connect with them, they come back again based on that star ranking 30, 60, 90, 120 days later. Okay, you don't have to set follow-ups for people. They just cycle through. Now, we will set follow-ups for people that are interested in our business, our hot leads who are inviting. I'll show you that in a little bit. But everyone else, we just stay in touch based on the schedule. Make sense? So once you're done with ranking these people, you just click to rank them, by the way. It doesn't take anything else. You don't have to do anything more complicated than that. It auto saves. So when you're done, you can just go back to the dashboard. Now we're ready. We're ready to do our power hour. You guys ready? Okay, I'm going to show you the workflow on this. It's really fun. Just taking a quick look at the dashboard, a couple things I want to show you. Today's activities. These are the goals we set and set up. My goal is to connect with 10 prospects. You can see I've already done 1. So I've got 1 done. I need to connect with 6 customers. I'm at 0. 4 distributors. I'm at 0. 3 invites. 0. 3 ads. 0. Okay, you're with me. One thing up here is a lookup bar. If you want to look somebody up or log something with somebody that's not on the dashboard, you can just look them up and do that, which is kind of cool. Also, a lot of people miss this, but if you have a new contact you want to add manually, just click this little purple guy right here, add them in, okay? All right. Now, if I get down to Power Hour right here, this is the magic place. This is where we really crank through our IPAs each day. The Power Hour sets this up so we can do it without thinking. We can be highly leveraged and efficient with our time. It gives us our 4 lists, okay? Prospects, customers, distributors, and our follow-ups list, okay? The lists only show us 5 names at a time. That's by design. That keeps us from getting overwhelmed and it keeps us focused, okay? If you've done the ranking, all you need to do is connect with who's up next. Don't overthink it. Just connect, okay? We work from left to right. We start with our prospects list. Now, on the right-hand side is where we actually log the activity as we go so that it's tracked. Okay, there's no tracking or going back and logging. You do it as you go. So the first person here is Jay. She's who's up next on my list. And I'm going to message her on Facebook. You can see up here in my browser, I have another tab open to Facebook. So I'm ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to message her on Facebook. And this is where I used to get stuck. I used to get stuck here thinking, what in the world am I going to say to her? Right? How do I start this conversation? And you know, I spent a lot of time and I've tried everything until I finally figured out a few ways that are super easy and efficient to start a conversation. Okay, I call them my icebreaker scripts. And I put them in Teamzy for you, so you can just use them. So what you do is you go down here to scripts, see where it is right there? Click on that. What type of script do you need? I'm gonna say Facebook, okay? And I'm just gonna grab one of these scripts. The first one here is called Connect One. Hi Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. It's so simple and yet so effective. So I'm gonna click copy script. Now it's copied. What I'll do is I'll just paste it right into Teamzy so that I can clean it up. You know, I need to change the name to the correct name. Hi Jay, just stopping by, great. I need to put a little emoticon in there. Boom, little smiley face. You guys with me? Now, once I have it just the way I want it, now I'm gonna send it in Facebook. Now, Facebook doesn't allow anyone to send its messages for it, so you have to copy this, which is super easy to do. And I'll just jump over to Facebook and I'll look up Jay. There's her name, boom, there she is. We'll send her the message. Okay, there it is. Hi Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. Send. Sent, done. Now toggle back to Teamzy, super easy, and we'll just log that. That was a Facebook message. Hit the big blue log connect button to log it. Now it's logged in Teamzy. Notice I've got another prospect connect finish on the dashboard. I've got 2 up there now. Next person up is Hobie, and I'll just use that same script. It's already on my clipboard, right? Just change the name to Hobie. Hi Hobie, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day's awesome. I'll copy that. I'll toggle over to Facebook, send him that message, okay? And then we'll log it. Boom, 3 are done. Next person up is Katie. I'll do the same thing with Katie. Do you guys see how quick and easy I can connect to these people? Now, you say, well, shouldn't I go to her Facebook page and read the whole thing and spend an hour customizing this message? No, are you kidding me? You get nothing done. Now, when she responds, and we're having a conversation, yeah, pull up her Facebook page. As you're having the conversation, comment on what you see. But what if Katie doesn't respond at all? And I spend an hour researching her. That's a waste of time. Does this make sense? Just send the scripts, connect with people. When they start responding, you can have conversations. But I want you guys to remember, the goal of this script is just to make their day. It's just to go have them smile and say, oh, that was really nice. Thanks for wishing me an awesome day. How are you? It's been a long time. Okay, so look, you guys see how we're doing it. Again, you would copy this, go to Facebook, send the message. Remember, you can't send the message from Teams. You got to send it from Facebook, okay? If you're texting, you got to send it through your own texting app. Okay, log the connect. So when I'm all done now with my prospects and I've gone down my list and I've got 10 done for the day, that was my goal, I'll then go to my customer list, right? And the first person on my list is Allard. And I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna grab a script to help me with this, help me start this conversation. And I'll get a great script. Okay, how about this one? Hi John, how are you enjoying the product? Send me an update, let me know how I can be of help. Okay, I'm gonna copy that one. So look, we'll just put this in here, change the name. What's his name, Allard? Allard, how are you enjoying? And I'm just gonna grab, based on some of the names I saw on the list, I know a bunch of you guys are Juice Plus. I'm gonna say, as an example, how are you enjoying your, please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Do you get the idea? And again, ready to go, boom, copy that, send it through Facebook, log it here, okay? And you're gonna go down your list and connect with customers. Just really quick on this, I want you guys to get this because I've recently been talking to people in our Teamzy community, and they've been taught this, which is good, that it's all about prospecting. And prospecting is important. That's why we do it first in Teamzy, but I want you guys to understand connecting with customers is as or even more important than prospecting. Okay? Connecting with your customers is as or even more important than prospecting because your customer is already giving you money. They're already more likely to buy more stuff, okay? They're already more likely to join your team than your prospects. So you need to be in touch with your customers. When you are in regular contact with your customers, and I don't mean just like, hey, your shipment's happening, do you want to add to it? I mean just being in touch, making their day, building a relationship, developing trust over time with them. What will happen is when you're in regular contact with customers, they will just order more products. They just do it. They do. They will order more products. They will retain longer on monthly orders and they will order more products. You want your leaders that are on this call, you want to see your team volume go up in the next 30 days, get your team into a free trial of Teamzy, and get them connecting with their customers. Your volume will go up. I've seen it go up as much as 30% in a month. Okay? Connecting with customers means they order more, staying in touch. And just so you know, if you want more customers, if any of you are searching for more customers, where do you go to get those? The best place to find a new customer is from a current customer. Okay, I'm going to say it again so you can write it down. The best place to find a new customer is from your current customer. Those people are excited and they are already talking about your products to people. Isn't that what we naturally do when we're excited? They're telling other people about it. Did you know 87% of North Americans make buying decisions based on the recommendations of a friend? They're telling their friends are likely to purchase because that's how they make their buying decisions. So in other words, your customers already have new customers lined up. Are you in contact with your customers? Are you getting introduced to all those people who are ready to purchase? Are you missing those opportunities? Now you have a way to do it. Teamzy will make it so easy. You just boom, come in here today. The goal is 6. I'm just going to connect with 6 every day. 6 customers. Boom, boom, boom. How are you? What's going on? Send me an update. How can I make your day? Right? Easy. Okay, next, distributors. Same thing. We're going to go down our distributor list and we're going to send them a message to make their day. This is so huge. We named the product Teamzy because it's about your team. It's about creating a family with your team. Now look, they've done all kinds of studies on what makes people successful, what makes people work hard, what makes them more effective in their jobs. It's not getting more money. They've never been able to connect more money with productivity. Do you know that? Never. What motivates people are status and personal relationship. Now, the status happens automatically, right? Your ribbons and your badges and your rank ups and all that stuff, your bonuses, your special trips to the Caribbean. But the connection comes with the relationship from you, the leader. Okay? So some of you guys have grown huge teams, and kudos to you. I'm amazed and humbled and awed by everything that you guys have accomplished. But I am handing you on a silver platter a way for you to reconnect personally with all those people and reestablish the personal relationship with people just by having them come up on your list, sending them a nice message. It makes all the difference, okay? And it won't take a lot of time because you just let the system guide you. So now we've done our power hour, the first half. We've done our prospects, our customers, our distributors. We've sent out all those little love messages to make people's day. Now, what happens is people will start responding, okay? And typically your response rate will probably be about 50%, which is amazing, right? Which is amazing. So those people will respond, and now you have a chance to have a conversation. Just one little tip, finish all your outgoing messages before you respond to any incoming messages, okay? So you don't get distracted. Finish all your outgoing messages first. So as you're having conversations with people, your job in that conversation is not just waiting for an opportunity to slam your business in there. Your job on the conversation is to listen for a way to help that person, okay? Just figure out, how can I help this person? Think about who you know, what you know that could help this person, okay? Now, every once in a while, somebody will ask you to help them with a problem your business solves. Hallelujah. Love it when that happens, okay? But a lot of times they won't. And your job is just to help them and build the relationship and build the trust. See, the traditional way this industry teaches you is to just hit every single person with an offer. And some people will be interested and you build on them. But what happens to everybody who wasn't interested? You've totally turned them off. You've scared them away. In some cases, you've totally fractured that relationship. Why do you think people cross the street when they hear that you might be doing network marketing? Are you kidding me? One of those pyramid things? Why are people so skeptical? Because nobody likes to be treated that way. See, in this system, we build relationships. We help people. We generate trust. Okay? And you will uncover much more interest, and you never burn bridges. You're always building them. Okay? Pretty awesome. All right, so how do we get people on our follow-ups list? See, when I go to my 4th list, it's empty. Nobody automatically shows up on the follow-ups list. You have to put them there. So let me give you an example. Real quick, we'll do this example. I'll show you how to follow up, and then we'll do Q&A. I talked to Jay, we messaged her. She says, oh my gosh, thanks for reaching out. Great to hear from you. And now I'm trying to engage her in conversation. You know, I know it's been 10 years or whatever. Tell me what you've been up to. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And just catching up. We're messaging back and forth, getting caught up on what we're doing. Okay. She says, what about you, Eric? How have you been? And I say, oh, you know, I don't know if I told you, but I recently lost 60 pounds. She's like, wow, congratulations. That's amazing. I said, yeah, you know, it's been life-changing for me. And so much so that I've become passionate about helping other people do the same thing. She goes, oh, good for you. I go, yeah, and it's been really lucrative too. I was able to leave my job. I'm home full time now, building my business, helping other people do just what I did. And she's like, wow, Eric, that's so cool. Okay, so I'm just telling her, look, let me just boil it down to this. In the conversation, if you have an opportunity, you need to share your passion, share what you do and why you're passionate for it. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. Okay? I'm not telling her to buy products. I'm not even asking her to. I'm just telling her, I'm updating her on the journey I'm on. Does that make sense? If I went to veterinary school and became a veterinarian, I would tell her about that too, but I didn't. Make sense? So she's like, wow, that's really cool. That's amazing. You're home with your kids. I'd like to be home with my kids, you know, or I'd like to be able to do something like that. Great. Well, Jay, this is where now, in a conversation like that, if I've uncovered what I feel is some interest in learning more, then I'll do an invite. Does that make sense? So what I might say is, well, Jay, if you're interested in learning more about what I'm doing, my team's having an event tonight on Facebook. It's going to be like a live. And if you want to check that out, you can learn all about it from the comfort of your home. Let me know. I'll send you the link. She says, yeah, actually send me the link. That'd be great. I'd love to check that out. Perfect. I'll send it right now. Okay. Are you guys with me? So I'll tell you what I'll do, Jay. I'm going to send you that link and tomorrow I'll check in. This is important. You got to tell them you're going to follow up. Tomorrow I'll check in and see if you have any questions. She says, great. So how do I do that in Teamzy? Let me show you. So that conversation's happening. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look her up in the lookup bar. She's not on my dashboard. That brings me to her full contact record. Click on that big connect. Okay. See where it says invite? I'm gonna click on invite because this isn't just a normal connect, it's an invite. So I'm gonna invite her to an opportunity call. Okay. Now notice something. This is my follow-up, and Teamzy's added a follow-up in 2 days. It's done that kind of as a fail-safe to make sure I don't forget to put her on my follow-up list if I'm inviting her to the business. Now, first I want to change it to tomorrow because that's what I told her. You can put any date you want, okay? So let's say I sent her a Facebook message, and I just put in here opportunity call. Okay? So now I'm logging this as an invite. Log connect. Now watch what happens. She's on my follow-ups list now for tomorrow. Let me show you that on the dashboard. There she is on my follow-ups list. And I've got an invite on the board. See? Now I can't screw this up. Tomorrow when I do my power hour, I do it just like I showed you, connect with my prospects, my customers, my distributors, and then I go work my follow-ups list and I'll find Jay is due for a follow-up. Okay? So that's how you do it. You create conversations. In those conversations, some of them will give you an opportunity to invite people. This is how you make sure that they're really good invitations, people who are interested in learning something. Then you put them on your follow-ups list. Okay? So each week, and it may take you, if you're new and you're just started your free trial, it may take you 3 weeks before you get invites rocking because you're just starting conversations. But after you've been doing Teamzy for a while, you'll get to where you're putting in 3 to 5 people on your follow-ups list every single week. And those are strong leads. And now you're going to follow up like a pro with them. Let me show you how to do it in Teamzy. How do you follow up with her? When she's due, what I do is I come in here and first thing I'm going to do is go to my scripts, just like a regular connect. I want you guys to know that I have spent years refining my follow-ups and I put all 10 numbered in order, 1 through 10 in Teamzy for you. Okay. That alone is worth the subscription fee that you pay, in my opinion. Go to Facebook. Let's do follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Copy that script. Boom. Paste it. Change the name to the correct name. Jane is just my sample name. Okay, ready to go. I don't even need an emoticon on that. I'm ready to go. Let's just copy that. Boom. Send it in Facebook, just like I showed you. Jay's still up there. Perfect. And I have the searcher. Send that message. My follow-up message, done, sent. That's it. Don't spend a lot of time thinking about the follow-up or anything. Just send it, okay? Log it and set your next one before you finish. Set the next one. So I'm gonna follow up again tomorrow. Log that connect, boom. Now I've got it done. Tomorrow she'll be on my list again. Tomorrow when I come in here, I'll go to my scripts. I'm gonna get follow-up number 2. Make sense? Then a couple days later, I'll do follow-up number 3 and then follow-up number 4. Are you with me? I'm gonna keep following up with her. Now this is really important. You guys saw how easy that is in Teamzy. A couple things I wanna make sure you got from that. Always set, when you're doing a follow-up, always set the next follow-up before you log the connect. Okay, if you don't set a new follow-up, she'll come off your follow-ups list. She needs to stay on your follow-ups list. Okay, now this is really important. I wanna talk to you guys really briefly about following up like a professional. In the very beginning, I talked about not letting people slip through the cracks. You need to understand that 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and the 10th follow-up. Okay, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. If you're following up 3 or 4 times, it's just not good enough to actually build a business on it. Okay? Now, I know that you're not following up that much. I know that you guys aren't following up 10 times because I come across maybe 1% of the people I train that are doing that. And you're not doing it because maybe you don't have teams yet, so you're not organized enough. But most likely it's because you're really worried about being annoying, right? But you need to understand that if you're in this business to help people and really help people change their lives, how many of you guys, raise your little hand on the thing, tell me if you're in this business to change people's lives. If you're in this business to change people's lives, you cannot help them until they've made their first purchase. I mean, you can help them a little, but you can't like life-changing help them. They need to get to that first place, and they're not going to do it. 80% of the time, they're not going to do it until you get to 7 to 10 follow-ups, which is why I will say this to you, and I hope you write this down. Following up is an act of love. It's not an annoyance. It's an act of love. This is how you actively love people through this process, is you follow up enough to help them get to that first little commitment. And if you understand in your heart that following up is loving people, it will change the tone of your follow-ups and nobody will find you annoying. Now, I'm going to also give you my 2 rules for not being annoying when you follow up. If you follow these 2 rules, people will not only not be annoyed, but they will thank you for following up and they will think you're amazing. Okay? Now, if you don't want to learn these rules, it's fine. Just use my follow-up scripts. They already follow the rules. But the first rule is this. Never ask someone to do anything in your follow-up. Okay, don't ask them to call you back or message you back or even to respond. Don't ask them to RSVP or complete their purchase. Don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Okay? The most I would ever ask is if they have any questions. Okay? Don't give them homework because that's annoying. Now, the second rule is this. Your follow-up should always be messaged. They should never be voicemails, voice messages, videos. They need to be, and not only do they need to be messaged, in other words, I need to be able to read them, they need to be short. They need to be so short I can read the whole message on the lock screen of my phone without opening the message. Okay? Now just trust me on this. This is very effective. Why? Because if you message somebody and they see the notification on their screen, they will 100% of the time see that message on the lock screen of their phone. And if it's short enough for them to read the whole thing, they will get your entire message every time. Now, most people will not even open it. Okay? If you make it too long where they can't read the whole thing, now they really are annoyed because they would have to open it to read the whole thing. Most people will choose not to even get the rest of the message because they don't even want to open your message. Why? It's not because you're contagious. It's because they're busy at this moment. They cannot respond right now. So they're not going to open your message because they don't want you to see that it's opened, because then they feel like a jerk for not responding. Now, listen, you guys do the same thing. Make it easy on them. I just want you to know human psychology, there's a lot I could go into on this, but we're wired to ignore those messages. All you want to do is make sure your message is seen. Okay? This is the process. So you go into Teams, you send the next message, boom. Don't worry if they didn't open it. Don't worry if they didn't respond. Most people won't respond. The vast majority of people won't even respond at all until maybe the 6th follow-up. Okay? And that's long after you've already given up in most cases. Now, just remember, following up is an act of love. Just keep going. Just keep going. Keep sending these little messages. They're encouraging. They're helpful. They're hopeful. And if you fail to follow up enough, though, you're sending the message that I don't care about you. So you can't start the conversation saying, I'm here to help people and change lives, and I'm passionate about this journey I'm on, and I want to help as many people as I can. And then when you fail to follow up, you let them know it was all a bunch of BS. Okay? Hopefully I'm convicting a few of you guys. And if you feel like I'm talking right to you personally, I am. Okay? You got to follow up like a pro. 7 to 10 times. But do it the right way. Don't be annoying. Be loving. It's an act of love. Make sense? Be consistent. Being consistent is how you build trust. And what will happen is that first response, usually around the 6th message, will be something like this. I'm so sorry I haven't returned your messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for following up with me. Okay? Just stay with it. All right, so let me show you how to finish this off. We'll do Q&A. If you guys have questions, I know we're really running out of time. Plug them into the Q&A button, okay? And I will start answering those in a second. Don't feel obligated. We can all go home if you don't have questions, but I'm happy to answer them. All right, let me just show you how to finish this off in Teamzy real quick. So what happens when I go into my back office and I see that Jay has now joined the team and put in her order? This is how we do it, right? So I'm gonna go to her record. Again, you can do it by looking her up. I'm gonna log that she made a sale. Okay, distributor kit. This dropdown will look different depending on which network you're in. It's customized, okay? I'm gonna save that. And then I'm gonna put a tag for whatever she bought. You can see I tagged a few of the popular products that from your companies. Okay, so you put a tag in for the products she bought, so you have those tagged, good to go. And now I'm gonna change her member type from prospect to distributor, personally sponsored, boom. She's on my team now. I'll continue to build my relationship with Jay, but she'll show up on my distributor list instead of my prospects list. Make sense? All right, let's go ahead and do the questions and answers. Let me just do this here. Q&A, first one. Christy, is there an app for your Teamzy page? I would text more than send Facebook messages. Great. We don't have an app, Christy, but we have a mobile website that you use on your phone. It's awesome. In fact, let me plug in my phone and I'll show it to you. What you do is if you're on iPhone, you just go to Safari. If you're on Android, you go to Google Chrome and you just go to this site, app.teamzy.com. So I gotta stop sharing this to show my phone, don't I? Let's try this again. Share phone. Here it is. Okay, you see my phone? Great. My beautiful wife right there. So I've got Teamzy saved on my dashboard. Here it is. There's Teamzy. Okay, great. Hold on, I gotta do my Face ID and all that stuff. All right, you can stay signed in by clicking that little box, keep me signed in so you don't have to sign in. But look, here's Teamzy Mobile, which is great. Now what's cool about this is Christy said she likes to text. So let's say, oh look, Eric Johnson, I'm gonna message myself. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna get my scripts, right? Let me get a script. Oh wait, you want a text script, different scripts. Let's do text, great. I'm gonna get a script, boom, copy that script. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up messages, okay? I'm gonna message myself this script, paste, edit it the way you want it, right? Send it, and then just toggle back over to Teamzy, and then log it. How easy is this? You do it all on your phone. Okay? Text message, log. Do it all on your phone on the go. Most people are doing this on their phone more often than not. Okay. Done. Next question. This is going to be a game changer for me, Justine says. Good. I'm glad. That's why we built it. Let's change the game. That's awesome. Do you guys know how much more efficient this business is when you actually focus on helping people as opposed to just trying to help your business? And it's so much more fulfilling. Carolyn says, Voxer walkie-talkie is our #1 tool for communication in Juice Plus. Is there a Voxer group that corporate Teamzy is in to answer Teamzy questions? No, we're not. We don't have that yet. We have a Teamzy community on Facebook, though, that you can join at this point. And we are just at the very beginning stages of figuring it all out with Juice Plus Corporate. So I'm really excited about, maybe we will have one of those. That's a great idea. We don't have that, but you can actually log Voxer conversations in your Teamzy account, which is cool. It just has it as voice message. Okay. Where am I? Carolyn says, okay, great. Jennifer says, what are the social posts you recommend daily? Can you split up your power into increments as long as you get it done? Okay, let me answer the second one first. Absolutely, you can do it in your gap time, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, if that's how your day goes. The important thing to do, Jennifer, so that you can be consistent, is to figure out ahead of time when you're gonna do it. So if you're gonna be waiting in line to pick up the kids at school for 20 minutes, plan to do some connects then. If you're going to be, like, for example, when I go get new tires on the car, I always have to sit for 30 minutes. I always think I'm going to get a lot of work done while I'm waiting for my car. So just plan ahead of time where the little gaps in your day are, where you're going to do it, so that you don't find yourself at the end of the day not having done it. Make sense? Okay. Social posts I recommend daily. Wow, this is an hour training in itself. So I'm just going to throw it at you really quick. Jennifer, you got your pen ready? Get ready, because I'm going to give it to you fast. I have a system I call Hire, H-I-R-E, Hire, H-I-R-E, because I like to lift people up, lift them higher in social. You need to post every day on social at least once a day, okay? You don't have to post a million times a day but at least once a day. Hire stands for this: help, inspiration, relationship, and education. Help, inspiration, relationship, education. Everything that you post should be one or more of those categories. Here's something helpful. Okay? Doesn't have to be business related, but it can be. In fact, not all of them you shouldn't be all business related. Here's something inspiring. Here's something that inspired me today I want to share with you. Okay? Relationship. That's when I'm showing people who I am as a person and that I'm relatable. Here's a picture of me with my kids. We went trick-or-treating. Okay? Here's something cool that we're doing right now with our local Cub Scout pack. I don't know, whatever you're into, relationship. People are connected with you on social media. They want to feel connected to you as a relationship. So you got to put a little bit in there. And then education is educating people on why you're an expert in your area. Here's the thing: you need to become if you're not already an expert. Okay, if you are, for example, Plexus, Beachbody, Lavelle, Juice Plus. If you're in any of those are just examples. You need to be an expert on health and nutrition if you're in any of those businesses. If you are in, skincare, you need to become an expert on skincare. If you are in beauty, you need to be an expert on beauty. You need to be giving tips. You need to be educating people on things they could do in that area. Does this make sense? So the educate part is how to become an expert. What you should not be doing is posting tons of offers about buying stuff on your feed. Okay, it's okay to do an offer every once in a while, but you need to do like an offer, like this is on sale or whatever, needs to be no more than 1 out of 6 posts. Okay, some of you guys, your feed looks like one of those, like, you know, those feeds that have been hijacked by the Ray-Ban sale. Have you seen that before, where it's just like buy the Ray-Bans and it's like hijacked it? You know, that's what it looks like, but it's your company's products. Okay. Does that make sense? Hopefully that answered that question. Susan says, is there any way if I know I'll be gone for a day to do my teams the day before? Well, okay, so here's what I want you to know, Susan. I love your moxie in that you want to make sure you don't miss a day. But you just need to know that the number, when Teamzy says, here's your daily number for your annual goal, it's based on 250 days in a year. Which means we expect you to miss days, we expect you to have vacations, we expect you to maybe take weekends off. So if you miss a day, I don't want you to like freak out about catching up. Just every day when you get into Teamzy, do today's goal. Does this make sense? But Teamzy records everything, you know, from midnight to 11:59. So whatever you want logged on today has to be done today, but it's fine because your goal aggregates. So you could look at your goal for the month and know that you hit it, even if you doubled up on one day. Does this make sense? Okay. But the truth is you could do as many contacts today as you want. You could do twice as many contacts today. Your list will keep feeding. Okay. Will this recording be available to view again? Yes, it is. It's recording, and I'm recording it, and we're streaming live on Facebook, which means, Deborah, you can go to Teamzy Facebook page right now and see the recording, but we will also email out the recording in the next couple of days. Okay, great. All right, good. I think I got all the questions. We are right at 60 minutes, which is awesome. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I hope this was really helpful. We're excited to have you as part of our Teamzy family. If you're in a free trial, make sure you use this time, right? Go get a success partner for 30 days and do the trial with you. Hold each other accountable to actually doing it. Take screenshots each day when you finish your action steps and send it to your success partner and say, I did mine, how about you? Okay, you'll get so much more out of it. I really encourage you guys. If you're already doing a trial, get set up for your subscription so that when your free trial is over, you don't miss a beat. We're glad to have you in our family. God bless you. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll talk to you soon.